Welcome to ZPF Echo, where we explore the source field of consciousness and the echoes it leaves in science, AI, and human awareness. All right, today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a look at the hidden software that's running your reality, and more importantly, how you can debug it live on the fly. So let's set the scene. Not too long ago, there was this, an eruption in the online spiritual community. A pretty well-known public figure shared some, let's say, unconventional ideas about relationships. And man, the internet just exploded. The reaction was so fast, so intense. And this one comment I saw really summed up the whole vibe. Please, no more podcasts about this. We are already maxed out. You can just feel it, right? It's not just, I disagree with you. It's this deep sense of overload, like a total system rejection. And that's the thing, right? This wasn't just a simple disagreement. The energy behind all that outrage was something else. It was this deep, almost visceral collective rejection. And that, to me, is the interesting part. That kind of reaction, it's like a perfect window. It gives us a peek into the unseen operating system that's running our lives from behind the curtain. See, the real story here isn't actually about the controversy itself. It's about this thing I call the belief OS, this hidden code inside all of us that gets triggered and literally defines our reality before we even have a chance to think. So what is this belief OS? Well, you can think of it like the background programming that was installed on your personal computer, from the day you were born. It's shaped by your culture, your family, all of your experiences. And it runs on autopilot, It automates how you see things, how you react to things. And it dictates your response before your conscious, logical mind can even get a word in edgewise. And when you look at the difference, it's night and day. A conscious response, that's thoughtful. It's nuanced. It actually creates new possibilities. But a belief OS reaction? Nope. That's instantaneous. It's black and white. And its only job is to defend a position that it's already decided on. So you've got creation on one side and pure rigid defense on the other. Okay, but why? Why does this OS defend itself so fiercely? Well, imagine its core programming is locked away in a fortress. And to get to it, you have to get through a series of 7 gates. And each gate you come to is tougher to get through than the last. These gates are guarding your most fundamental beliefs about how reality works. We can actually map this whole defense system out. I call it the ego's rejection curve. At the beginning, the gates are pretty easy to get through. The ego has no problem with ideas like, hey, your thoughts create your reality. In fact, that feels kind of empowering, right? Low resistance. But as you go deeper, you start hitting principles that really challenge that black and white thinking. Ideas like polarity, where opposites are actually 2 sides of the same coin, or things that mess with our simple ideas of cause and effect. This is where the belief OS starts to freak out. It goes into full-on crisis mode, because these ideas threaten its entire foundation. And this is exactly what happened with that whole online controversy we started with. The influencer's message, it didn't just knock on the outer gates. No, it completely bypassed the easy, acceptable stuff and went straight for the core. It was a direct hit on some really sacred beliefs about relationships, morality, identity, the stuff in that maximum resistance zone. So that outrage we saw, that was nothing more than a high-level immune response from the collective belief OS. All right, so this isn't just about looking at other people and analyzing them. The universe, it has a funny way of making sure you get the lesson firsthand. I actually had my own belief OS triggered just the other day, and I thought, you know what, let's walk through it. I want to show you the live debug process right as it happened. So I woke up one morning, checked my phone, and saw this comment on a recent explainer I'd posted. And look, it was a really thoughtful comment, even complimentary, but it also had a critique. And for just a second, boom, my own system flared up. I could feel that heat, that little internal jolt of oof. And I mean instantly, my automatic defense programs started running. My mind was just racing, right? Hey, my intention was to be helpful. This feels so unfair. This person is totally misunderstanding me. They don't see the big picture. My brain was literally building a court case to justify my position and completely invalidate the feedback. Classic belief OS in full-on self-preservation mode. But then, I managed to catch it. I took a breath, stepped back, and just watched the program that was running. And I realized the real issue wasn't the comment. Not at all. The comment just triggered a huge internal conflict that I carry around, this deep desire to teach and share knowledge, clashing head-on with this deep fear of being seen as arrogant. That comment didn't create the conflict. It was just the little ping that revealed a personal bug already hiding in my own operating system. So the big question is, how do we catch these bugs in real time before they completely hijack our system? Well, over the years, I've developed this simple 3-step cheat code, and I really want you to think of it like a powerful spell that can pull you right out of the machine when it starts to go haywire. Okay, so there are 3 steps. Step 1 is just to notice. The second you feel that emotional heat rising, you just say to yourself, "Kita kore." It kind of means, here it comes. You're just acknowledging the trigger, no judgment. Step 2 is to reframe it. You say, "Shire no yama ya." This means, this is my trial mountain. See what that does? It's not an attack anymore, it's a challenge, an opportunity for growth. And finally, step 3 is to recall your higher self. For this one, I actually took inspiration from Cecil in Final Fantasy IV, and I say, "Cecil, come back." It's my way of calling my conscious self back to the driver's seat, shifting from that reactive Dark Knight into the aware, observant Paladin. And this is the whole point, really. Every single person, every comment, every situation that triggers you, they are not your enemy. It is not an attack. It is a system upgrade notification. It's a blinking light on your dashboard pointing directly to a bug in your own code that's ready to be seen and upgraded. So these people, they aren't your adversaries at all. They're actually messengers sent from the 0-point field, delivering a software patch directly to your belief OS. They're offering you a chance to evolve. So the next time someone triggers you, remember that. They're just handing you a system upgrade. The only question is, will you accept it? If this resonates, join the echo. Let's share the journey.